safari journey here in the Little Turi Forest. So here we will see lots of natural colored animals. These animals are very good at camouflaging and hiding from predators. Now if you look above you near the canopy above your heads, you will see an animal spotting guide. You can use that guide to help me find some animals we might see in today's safari. We might not be able to see each and every one of them, but we'll do our very best to find as many as we can. Alright, here we go. Now I am already starting to see quite a few of those animals here already. I'll go ahead and drive up a little bit closer to them. They are very good at camouflaging. Over here on the right side, if you look over by that tree there behind the bushes, that is an okapi. Now you might think that okapis are related to a zebra because they have black and white stripes on their legs, but they're actually most closely related to a giraffe, and that is because of their facial structure. Now over here on the left side, up on top of this hill, behind all these bushes here, those animals with horns, those are bongos. And these two very large birds here, those are saddle-billed storks. Now the bongos are also known as the ghosts of the forest because sometimes they are very good at hiding and are difficult to spot. Bongos also have those cool twirly horns on top of their heads, so when they run through the forest, they have to tilt their chins up so their horns rest against their backs. That way they won't get caught up in any trees or branches. Now saddle-billed storks have a wingspan that measures to be about 9 feet long, which is the same as the width of the canopy above your heads. Those birds also mate for life, and you can tell a male and a female apart because the males have brown eyes and the females have yellow eyes. Now, over here on the left side, if you look all the way back there, laying down by those rocks, there is a black rhino up there. Now, rhino horns are made out of keratin, which is the same material that our hair and fingernails are made out of. So a rhino's horn will grow continuously throughout its life. Now, if you look over here on the right side, all the way up on top of this hill here, laying down behind these bushes, they are hard to see, but there are some lighter colored animals up there. Those are greater kudu. Much like the bongos, the greater kudu have those white stripes on their backs, and that helps them blend into the forest when the sun is shining through the trees.
So the rhinos.
Alright, now very shortly here, we are going to be crossing the Safi River. So now we can start to look for some more aquatic animals. We can be looking for water bubbles in the river as well as for animals on the shorelines. Here on the right side, I am starting to see some pink-backed pelicans. These birds are gray in color, but they have pink feathers on their backs. During mating season, their beaks will also turn pink as well as parts of their faces. And that's just like how humans blush.
They're hitting your chest.
They are.
See? Yeah.
Says I got a ditch on them right here.
Now over here on the left side, right there in the water, those are some Nile hippos. The word hippo translates to river horse, and a group of hippos is called a float. Now hippos like to spend time both in and out of the water. They can hold their breath underwater for several minutes and even swim underwater. They can do this by closing their nostrils and pushing their ears back. There might be another hippo all the way back here against this rock wall by the waterfall there. Now kind of over here on the left side, right there in the middle of the water, poking his head out right now, that is a Nile crocodile. Also, if you look all the way back there towards the corner behind that tree against the rock wall, there is one laying with his mouth open back there as well. You see all his teeth. Make sure we stay fully seated, please.
It's like a statue too.
Now, crocodiles can eat up to half of their body weight food, but they usually only have to eat about once a week. And sometimes they can even go several months before eating again. Crocodiles also like to spend a lot of time laying out in the sun, and that's because the sun helps to regulate their body temperature. Now, very shortly here, we're going to be heading into the savanna. So here we will see lots of migratory animals. Now, this very large tree that we are passing over here on the right side, that is a baobab tree. Baobab trees are leafless for about 9 months out of the year, and they can also store a lot of water, and that helps to keep themselves hydrated during the dry months. That is also why the baobab trees are commonly known as the tree of life. Now I am already starting to see some exciting animals coming up here in the savanna. Should be getting a closer look here in just a moment. Starting off right away on the right side, back in this corner in that sandy area, those are some wildebeest. Wildebeest migrate by the millions, so there are quite a handful of them on the reserve. They are also very skittish animals, so when they sleep, they like to sleep in rows. That way, if they get spooked, they just have to get up and run without looking where they are going. Now, over here on the left side, if you look over the bushes here, inside that cave in the corner there, those are some African painted dogs. They get their names because they have patches of yellow, black, and white fur that looks just like paint swatches. These dogs are very closely related to domestic dogs and wolves, but unlike those dogs, these dogs only have 4 toes instead of 5. Now, clear over on the left side, there are a couple of animals closer to the road here. These are going to be some Ankoli cattle. Then laying down in the shady area behind the Ankoli cattle, those are some sable antelopes. Now, Ankoli cattle are a domesticated animal, and they are seen as a status symbol of wealth. Their horns are about 6 to 8 feet long, and you might think that their horns look heavy, but they're actually not as heavy as you might think, because they are semi-hollow and made of a honeycomb structure, and that works as a cooling system for them. Now, the sable antelopes use their long, pointy horns to fight one another, to assert dominance as well as impress during courtship. These sable antelopes are also the emblem for the Harambe Reserve, which you are on right now. Over here on the right side, these are some Hartman's mountain zebras. A group of zebras like this is called a dazzle. Oftentimes, people will wonder if zebras are black with white stripes or white with black stripes. But for this type of zebra, if we look at their noses, we can see that they are black with white stripes. Over here on the left side, kind of up on top of this hill here, in the bushes and behind the tall grass there are a couple of elands. Now, elands are the largest antelopes that can be found here on the reserve. When they walk, their tendons will slide over their kneecaps, and that creates a clicking sound, and that helps them to locate other elands in the area. Now, all around the reserve here, we have been driving by lots of termite mounds. These are made out of dirt and dung. Lots of the animals with horns like to use them for scratching posts, and some of the smaller animals will stand on them, so it makes them seem a little bit taller. Now, over on the right side, looks like there will be some more wildebeest over here. These are a little bit closer to the road here. Also, behind the wildebeest, if you look all the way up on top of the small hill here, underneath that tall tree, they are very hard to see, and I will point them out again later. You'll see some very small antelopes. Those are springboks. Now, springboks get their names because they can spring up in the air about 6 feet, and that is called pronking. The springboks are also the mascots for multiple South African sports teams. side. Very shortly here, these are going to be some Maasai giraffes. So you'll see them once we drive by these bushes here. There they are. Oh, also right in the middle there, that is a baby giraffe there as well. Now this giraffe is just a few months old, but when he was born, he was already 6 feet tall. Once fully grown, these giraffes are 18 feet tall, and they have tongues that are 18 inches long. And a group of giraffes like this is called a tower. Now giraffes each have their own set of patterns. No two giraffes have the exact same patterns, just like how humans have their own unique fingerprints. Giraffes will also take a bunch of mini naps throughout the day, and they'll sleep for a total of 30 minutes. And lots of the times you will see giraffes sleeping standing up. Now coming up over here on the right side, I do see an African elephant. He's using his long trunk to get a snack right now. We'll get a closer look at him here. Now these elephants can weigh between 8,000 and 13,000 pounds. Their skin is about 1 inch thick, but it is still very sensitive. Now before we get a closer look at the giraffe, over here on the left side, right behind these trees here, this is a mandrill. Mandrills are the largest species of monkey. They have pockets inside of their cheeks, which allows them to store food for later. Mandrills also have those red and blue markings on their faces and their bums. And those colors will get brighter the more excited that they get.
Well, that's my first time seeing him.
I've never seen him yet.
So he's pretty.
The best time to do it. There's a silly monkey.
Yeah, he is.
Well, the elephant's over here, but you can see his backside right now.
The elephant?
Yeah, he's
Now elephants will use their long trunks to scoop up water. They'll just hold the water in there for a bit. Then whenever they're ready to take a drink, they will squirt the water from their trunks right into their mouths. This started in Kenya when they were experiencing a human-elephant conflict because the elephants were crop raiding the farmers' food. While researching how to solve this issue, they discovered that elephants are afraid of bees, so they built beehive boxes to attach to the fences around the farms. That way, when the elephants get too close to the crops, the bees will come out and scare them away. Now over here, there are some more elephants over here, as well as a baby elephant. Baby elephant's right in front of that big one back there.
Oh, you can see the footprints.
But as I was saying, the Elephants and Bees project was very beneficial because it helped to lessen the human-elephant conflict, as well as provide the farmers with honey from the bees. Now, elephants live in family groups. These family groups are led by a matriarch. The matriarch is usually the oldest and the wisest female elephant. And male elephants will typically live on their own in solitary after they are kicked out of the family group.
A couple of those guys. You think we're going to look at their mom?
Now if you look over here on the right side, all the way up this path here, this is where you'll get that closer look at the spring box that we were talking about earlier.
That's a guy.
That's a Kilimanjaro.
It's like, who is this?
Just like a baby gabardine. It's so soft.
early here. We're going to be driving up into cheetah territory. So we're going to have to keep our eyes out for these very well hidden animals. I actually do think I saw one walking by over here on the left side. Hopefully we'll be able to find her. She should be over here on the left side, up on top of this hill here. There they are, all the way up against the tree line there. There's two of them actually walking around. Now, cheetahs are the fastest land animals. They can reach a speed of 60 miles per hour in as short as 3 seconds. Cheetahs also have those black tear shade markings underneath their eyes, and that helps them to protect them from the sun's glare while they are hunting during the daytime.
The cheetah's so fast, you gotta look really fast.
Now I do see some more cheetahs over here. These ones are laying down. There are 3 of them right next to each other there in the bottom corner.
They're next to each other. They're loving each other.
Look at that tail. His tail.
Now coming up over here on the left side, some of you might recognize this as Pride Rock from The Lion King. This is a Kopi rock formation, which is home of the lions. Now I do see at least one lion laying down there on top of that flat rock there. It's really hard to see right now, but hopefully we'll have better luck on the other side. Lions live in groups called prides. These prides are led by male lions. Male lions will protect the prides as well as the young cubs, while female lions will typically do a majority of the hunting. Here's some more that are easier to see here. Now, lions do like to sleep a lot throughout the day. They'll sleep for a total of 16 to 20 hours per day. And a lion's roar is so loud it can be heard from up to 5 miles away. Then if you look over here on the right side, directly up this path here, that is a white rhino. Now, these rhinos do like to spend a lot of time rolling around in the mud. The mud works as a sun protectant as well as an insect repellent for them. And a group of rhinos is called a crash. I can see the lions better from this side here. Now coming up over here on the left side, right over by these trees here, these are going to be some warthogs. Now warthogs are the largest burrowing animals. When they burrow, they will scoot in backwards and bare their tusks. And that is just to show everyone that this is their territory. Now coming up over here on the right side, we're going to be driving by an ostrich here. Now ostriches are the largest birds, but they are also flightless. But although they cannot fly, they do have a very strong kick to protect themselves.
We're looking at his butt.
Now also over here on the right side, these large yellow eggs laying down on the grass here, those are ostrich eggs. Those eggs weigh about 3 pounds, and they are so strong that if a human stands in them, they will not break. Now these goats may look small, but they are. is located right next to the safari exit. That is about a 15 to 20 minute walking trail where you can see a variety of animals up close. You can see animals like gorillas, birds, underwater hippo viewing, meerkats, and naked mole rats. And before you leave today, I also want to encourage you to find ways to practice conservation in your everyday lives. You can do this by purchasing items made of recycled materials, using reusable water bottles instead of single-use plastics, and donating any unwanted items to charity organizations or thrift shops. If there are any fans of coffee, you can also go to the Starbucks called Creature Comforts, and if you order a flat white, part of those proceeds will go to support cotton crop timber and conservation. You can see some cotton crop timber ants if you go across the bridge that connects Africa to Discovery Island. Now, as you're getting ready to exit the safari vehicle here in just a few short moments, I just want to remind you to take a good look around you. Make sure you gather up all those personal belongings so you don't leave anything behind.
Do you like the tight squeeze?
And for any wilderness explorers, you are on the Simba One.
Now you got her.